Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Shadow Chaser Show. Tonight we're talking to George and Cara Shopplein, both paranormal investigators. But before we do, we're just going to wait for people to join on.
I'd like to thank you all for joining us as well.
And as always, thank you for joining us.
So we do have a Facebook user. If you could click on the link and allow access to StreamYard, we'll be able to see who you are. Hi to Donna. Hello to Rachel. Hi, Eddie. Yeah, thank you all for joining us. Sorry we weren't on last week. We had a few minor issues to deal with, but we're back. So, hi, Valerie and Justin. We will bring on George and Cara. Hi, George.
Hi, George.
Hey, what's going on? How are you guys?
Hey, Cara.
Hi.
How are you doing?
We're doing great. How are you guys doing?
Very well,
Very
thank you. Just so the viewers can get to know a little bit more about you, could you just explain a little bit about yourselves? I don't know who wants to go first. Cara?
I'll go first, otherwise I won't be able to talk.
Okay. Yeah.
So my name is Cara Schopplein. I am a Reiki master, an energy worker, a white witch, and a paranormal investigator, just to name a few. My husband, George, and I, we have been investigating for probably about 10 years now. We started off with having a lot of activity in our home. And when we learned to deal with that with a friend of ours, we decided to start helping other people and trying to find answers for ourselves. And so that's where we are now.
Yeah, well, now it's my turn. All right, so hey guys, my name is George. That's my wife, Cara. We're working on our 30-year anniversary coming up in September. We've been in the paranormal field for about 10 years, like she was saying. But, here's the thing, though, guys, is first and foremost, I'm going to warn you right now. I talk a lot. I do apologize. I always feel like I have something to say, and I do apologize. All I can say is this, if I may, is we've been why I'm in the paranormal field myself might be the different reasons for what Cara's in. And I know this sounds really like, guys, I'm not trying to oh, woe is me, the old violin thing, guys. But here's the deal, if you don't mind me saying, is you're looking at a gentleman or a guy or a douchebag, whatever you want to call me is fine, or a knucklehead or whatever, is a two-time cancer survivor. And please understand what I mean by that. Two-time cancer survivor. I had cancer 19 years ago. I was diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma. I was given up to a year to live. Now, when you get told that up to a year to live, it changes everything about you. And I mean everything. Yeah. Everything from suicidal talk to or attempts or whatever it may be. And then the doctors were wrong. And next you know, they told me up to 1 year to live. And it changes you. But then I'm here 19 years later. Doctors are totally wrong. And they made a mistake, which is thumbs up for myself. But I don't want to drag it on about cancer. It's not about that. But I was diagnosed with cancer again about 5 months ago, and I beat it again. The reason why I want to make sure that you understand before we get lost in this great interview, this is going to be a lot of fun, guys, I promise, is if any of you ever hear about hey, so-and-so has cancer, or so-and-so, you have cancer, just do me one little baby favor. Listen to my story and understand you can't lose hope. You can't lose hope, because if a doctor, it's just like a mechanic. Oh, you have a faulty spark plug. What's the same thing with the doctor? They were both wrong. It wasn't a faulty spark plug. It was a broken wire. Or with the doctor, vice versa. You got to understand that. I just got chills, and I mean that. I mean that right now, because I feel like I'm going to affect somebody today in a good way. Is if you hear that word, the C word, and I'm not talking about Cara, I'm talking about cancer, is do me a favor, guys, and do yourself a favor. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. I don't know how to put it. I do a lot of podcasts, and I always want to start it off that, because my thing is not about look at me, look at me, look at me, look at Cara, look what we do. Look, oh gosh, look at George. They're a wonderful couple. They do paranormal investigating. Oh, they're so awesome. No, what I want you to remember me as is, look, guys, you know what? Don't lose hope. Never give up on yourself, and don't always just give in to just don't give in. Just understand that the word doesn't mean that you're going to die. It just means it's going to put a reset button on, and you need to change something fast. And I did. And that's why I'm still here today. And now we're paranormal investigators. And I do it for my reason. I do it paranormal investigating because I can go deeper and deeper. Here's my thing: is some people do it for answers for the location. Some people do it answers because they want to get scared like Scooby-Doo. But I do it because I do it for myself. This is the reason. I'm afraid of dying. And when I was investigating with that young lady, my wife, my beautiful wife, is, when we get our EVPs or we get evidence, it proves to the people that if you don't believe in paranormal, there's something there. We got an EVP. That means there's something else on the other side of the veil. So guess what it does? It gives this guy hope that the day we do leave here, there is something more. There is something else. So it's not about getting on TV. It's not about anything like this. But when I get an opportunity on your show tonight, well, morning time for us here in California at 11 a.m. But I want you to understand, guys, this is why we do it. Cara and I do it because we love the paranormal. We love helping people. We love to help ourselves, of course, too. I would be lying if we didn't say it has something to do with us, too. But, I couldn't ask for a better team. I couldn't ask for a better team than my wife. There's absolutely zero drama. And I know we talked about this earlier in the green room when we were chatting back and forth.
Yeah.
The only drama, there's drama everywhere, guys. Everywhere. Here's the biggest drama.
Hey,
no,
you're not paying attention.
I know, but I gotta
this
say
is my
this.
signal. I want to say something.
Okay, well, I got one more thing. The only drama we have as paranormal investigators is we always bring sprinkled donuts to the location because George loves to sprinkle donuts. When that lady right there takes my very last sprinkled donut, we got problems. So, go ahead, Karen.
Well, no, I just wanted to say, so I do it for a different reason than George. I do it because I want people to understand that paranormal is not scary. The movies and TV portray it as evil and scary. It's not. I want people to understand that the majority of the time, you can coexist with a spirit. Just because you have something in your house doesn't mean you have to get rid of it. Like, for example, we have 2 resident spirits here. They lived in this house before we ever did. So this is their house just as much as it is ours. And we coexist. We let them, they don't bother us. I wish they would maybe do a little bit more to let us know they're here. But when we first moved in, they did. But I want people to understand that you don't have to be scared. A lot of the time, it could be a family member, here to maybe help you with something you're dealing with. Like I know George, his grandfather was here with him, when he was dealing with cancer. So there's a lot of reasons why a spirit is here. Maybe they lived here before. Maybe it's a location where they love to be. So just because you have something paranormal in your house, it's not necessarily scary. I want people to understand that they're not demons. I mean, yes, demons do exist, but not to the extent that TV and movies make people think. And people that aren't in the paranormal need to understand that, like, it's not a scary thing, and it's not evil. So that's the reason I do it.
Okay,
good job.
That's good. I mean, it's always been portrayed on TV, isn't it? That
Hollywood, isn't it?
Contacting the other side is always dangerous.
And you know what?
The thing to do.
The biggest person that's guilty of that is Scooby-Doo. He started this crap.
That was my favorite cartoon growing up.
It used to be mine. I used to love watching Scooby-Doo.
Can't beat it.
But the ghost was always a human being. So we really need to be more afraid of the living than we do of the dead.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Good.
100%.
That's what I always say.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So you've been on an investigation to Nevada State Prison.
Yes.
We'd love to hear more about that, if you could.
Absolutely. Well, this will only take me a second. And, Nevada State Prison is in Nevada, of course. It's in Carson City, Nevada. It has to be. We started going out there about 45 days ago, 2 months ago maybe, and we walked into this location. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but I've never been to prison, never been to jail or anything like that. So I didn't know what to expect. So when we walked out these big doors, we opened up these doors, I was like, like I was in Disneyland. And it was so beautiful. I know it's going to sound really weird. It was so beautiful. The prison was so beautiful when you walk out to this yard. And it's like, I was overwhelmed of just like how beautiful it was. So now we've been, and I'll let Cara, and I do apologize, is the Nevada State Prison. We've been going back there now for the last month and a half. It seems like about every 3 weeks. We were blessed and very thankful for Susan Bernard, which she's a docent, the main person at this Nevada State Prison. She gave us an honor to be docents. A docent is, as everybody may know, of course, is being I hate the word. How about just someone that's just there to make sure no one disrespects the property? Nobody's there to, to steal anything. I will say that, Cara and I are not, we're not teachers and we're not preachers. All we want to do is show you guys that, let's have some fun in the paranormal field. Let's put away the drama. Let's put away this. Go have fun. And that's what's missing sometimes. So Cara had a great experience at the Nevada State Prison. Normally, George gets scratched. I've been scratched a few times in my life at a location. And I'll tell you, the Nevada State Prison, Cara's probably going to tell you exactly what happened. It'll probably take her a few minutes. But I want you to realize she was all by herself in this dark, 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 dark area. And to hear your wife scream, and I was far away. I was in another side of the prison. It was one of the most stressful situations, I think, because I didn't know if everything was okay. Cara, watch this. This man is going to shut up and let you handle your business.
What? I am shocked.
Go, girl.
So we were, there had been, in the area that we were in, there have been some other things that happened to other people. So George and I, it was just the two of us. And we went up to this area. It's the old women's section. And we were doing an EVP session. We had, we put all of our equipment down because we just got there. We were just doing an EVP session. Okay. And all of a sudden we heard like a woman singing down the main hallway. So we both walked out and walked down the hallway trying to find what it was. And we get down to the end of the hallway and there's nothing. And all I had with me was my EVP recorder, because we had just been doing EVPs. So we decided to split up. So he went one way towards like the library and I went the other way back towards the other end of the cell block where we were just at. So I was walking down the cell block, and mind you, this prison is spotless. Susan keeps this place spotless. And when we had gone on our walkthrough earlier in the day, there was nothing on the ground. It was completely clean. So I'm walking down and I pass this one cell, and in the back corner, I hear tapping. So I just kind of looked and I started walking away again, and the tapping happened again. So I kind of backed up and I looked in, didn't see anything, didn't hear anything again. So I started walking away again and it started tapping. So I'm like, okay, something wants me to come into this cell. So I went into the cell. I did an EVP session. I started listening back. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear anything. So I said, okay, I'm going to leave now. If you want me to come back, I want to hear tapping again. Well, as soon as I walked out, it tapped again. So I came back in, did another EVP session. And as soon as I started listening back, something got thrown full force down the walkway outside of the cell. And of course I was like, oh my God, what was that? I'm freaking out. I'm yelling for George and it's echoing everywhere. And so he can't figure out where I'm at. And I walk out of the cell, and on the ground is a metal ring. It's like the ring that goes around the faucet in your sink and discussion. Yeah. And I was like, I was like, oh my God, I was freaking out because I'm by myself. This thing gets thrown. And finally, George comes running and finds me. And he's like, what's going on? And I tell him what happened. And we're trying to figure out where this discussion came from. It didn't come from any sink in any of the cells in that whole entire block. it actually came from a sink down at the very end where we originally were. And there was a sink in that big, it was like it's a big cell called the bullpen where they could put a bunch of inmates in there. And there was a sink in there, and the faucet had been taken off, and there was only one escutcheon in the sink, and the other one matched exactly to the one that got thrown.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, and I think you guys have a picture that you're going to
We
show
do. We
later.
can put that up,
And
actually. We'll put that up now.
that's actually where we were. That same exact spot is where we were when we were doing the EVP session. And that is where that sink was, where that discussion came from. And a lot of other things have happened to other people in that area as well. But
Wow.
then there was another thing we had happen to us. It was actually at the end of the night in the death chamber. You know, everyone knows what an SLS camera is. Well, earlier in the night, Susan had shown us this app she has on her phone. It's an SLS app, and and I was like, oh my God, this is great, because I hate using my SLS camera because it's so cumbersome and the battery dies so fast. So I'm like, this is great. Like you can record it on your phone too. So I was trying it out in the death chamber, and she was telling us that a psychic that had been there had said that there is a spirit that is trapped in the death chamber. Like even when they leave the door open, he cannot leave. He's trapped in there. So I was recording with the SLS app, and it was so weird because the whole time it was like pulsating. It was like looking like it was trying to focus on something. And the only thing that was in there was the bed. And it was just really weird. And then all of a sudden, a figure popped up, and it was literally sitting on the edge of the bed with its knees bent, hanging down. And it was there for quite a while. And even Susan picked it up from a different angle on her phone. The minute she started talking about God, it completely disappeared.
It was cool.
And it was the weirdest thing. And then when we were up there a couple weekends ago, she said that other teams have actually caught that in there, and some of them caught it with the app and some caught it with their actual SLS camera. And there's nothing in there that it'll map. It's just a bed, and it didn't map at first, and all of a sudden just like popped up. And as soon as she started talking about God, it disappeared. It was the weirdest thing.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, if I can interject, and here I'm the guy that's going to always want to explain Cara and I. Okay, so what really sucks, and I'm going to say this, is it was just Cara and I. We had the whole prison to ourselves. It was a gift from Susan. She goes, you guys can have the whole prison to yourself. Yes, it was absolutely awesome. But let me just say the disadvantage and the advantage of being a married couple in the paranormal field is not always great. Now, because it was Cara and I, there's always that validation as, oh, they did it themselves. I mean, you got to always think outside the box. It really sucks that we can't, this field is awesome, but, let me just say this. It was really cool. The validation for me on that, what happened to Cara, was we can't tell you who was there, but it was a TV show that was there filming. One of the best, I feel, one of my favorite paranormal shows on TV. Okay. They were there, and what happened to her happened to another individual in the same location, in the same area, in the same floor, the whole 9 yards. So to me, it was validation.
It was a rock that was thrown to them, not the escutcheon.
But the same area, something getting thrown. So I guess my point is this, and please understand, I know you guys understand. I just want you to know, yes, we all have stories. We have great stories, and they need to be shared. Never be afraid to show it on Facebook or whatever, because that's what's going to keep this field alive. Because if we stop showing what we get and don't worry about Joe Smith or Santa Claus or the Roger Rabbit, don't worry about what people say about your evidence. The only thing that matters to you is what you got, what you felt, and what you saw at that location. Now, I get it. I get it, guys. Look, I get it. I've been thrown around from here to Mississippi after we did Ghost Adventures. It was awesome. I had a great time, but it was also, it's a two-sided sword. If that makes any sense. It was supposed to be a time of my life and Cara's life where we were like, oh my God, this is amazing. It was amazing after Ghost Adventures. We had a great time, but you know what? There's always that word jealousy, and it sucks. Yeah. You guys, Let's get through the jealousy stuff. Let's get through the hatred. Let's investigate. Remember when you got your very first orb and you got so excited, but it turned out to be water? It turned out to be a fly. It turned out to be a spider web. We forget. We all need to, I know I'm not trying to preach. I'm just saying, look, you know what, guys? Have fun at what you're doing. Don't worry about the other people. Just do your thing. And the only person you're going to lie to is yourself if you fake it. If you're
Right.
Go ahead, man. Oh, you didn't touch your nose, but go ahead.
Well, you don't pay attention anyway, so
I know.
it's pointless.
Sorry.
But a lot of investigating too is personal experiences. Like
Definitely.
the majority of the time things happen when you're not prepared. Like with me, I only have my EVP recorder. I didn't even have my phone with me, nothing.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they know, they want to catch you off guard. So, don't be afraid to tell people your personal experiences, even if you don't have like hard evidence, like a video or a recording, because it did happen,
right.
And a lot of times it happens when you're not recording anything.
Exactly.
So that's, a lot of it is.
There's been many a time that's happened to us.
Yeah.
Exactly. We sat in meditations for hours and had nothing. Literally nothing.
And what Cara and I have done, look, again, I feel like I'm always trying to look at, we're equal. Everybody's equal. Everybody's equal. It doesn't, look, I know I'm wearing a tank top, but it's 100 degrees out there, and I do apologize. I apologize. But it's not the black shirt that you wear when you paranormal investigate. Screw the black shirt. It's not about how you look. It's all about right here in your heart. Being a paranormal investigator is about your heart. And I can tell you right now, again, I always feel like I'm preaching, but I'm not, man. I just want this field to be the best that it could possibly be. I do feel that the spirits can read people like I can read everybody else. I have a gut feeling about somebody. I'm not going to talk to you, man. I'm going to go this way. Bye. All right. It's the same it's the same thing. Paranormal spirits can sense good and bad. If they sense that you are a bad piece of doo-doo, they're going to go this way. But if you come across it, you're like, really, he's really nice, blah, blah, blah. You're going to get evidence. You're going to get it. I promise you that. So, I guess my thing is, look at, it's the paranormal's awesome. We love the paranormal field. I admit, you guys, I'm not trying to, I love your show, but you gave us an opportunity to maybe share to one person out there. Look, you guys, have fun. Go have fun, man.
What it's all about.
Go have fun. Don't stress out. Relax.
George, you're not paying attention to me, are you?
No, because because I love this show.
I just want to add to what you were saying about the spirits.
Yes.
I mean, they know your true intentions.
Yeah.
So even if they know what you're thinking inside, so don't go to a location and pretend something that you're not. Like they know how you really are. They know your intentions. And I look at it like this. As a living person, if I walk into a party and I see two groups of people, I see a group over here having fun, having a great time. I see a group over here that are just moping around, being negative, maybe provoking people. Who am I going to be drawn to? I'm going to be drawn to the fun people. I mean, we've gotten some of our best evidence when we're just having fun. Like one time we were at a historical house in a city near us, and we were playing a board game, and we were running the EVP recorder, and we're all discussing who's going to be what color. And I said, I'm going to be red. And we got an EVP of a man saying, no, I'm red. Yeah. So, just
it is cool.
Have a good time. Maybe don't just ask the questions like, what's your name? What year is it for you? Why are you here? It's like, just kind of ignore them and just have, conversations between you, or try to get them to interact. Like George, in the same location, we were up in the attic where the kids used to like to play hide and seek. And George was asking, there's a game where people hide and someone tries to go find them. It's called hide, and you hear a little boy say seek. So just trying to, engage with them and not just
Yeah.
ask, yes or no questions, or just have fun, because they're going to want to try to join you if you're having fun.
And she's right. And just so you guys know, I always feel like I have to protect myself and Cara. We don't just get evidence by ourselves.
Right.
I want to validate that, because, guys, the hardest thing is being a married couple in the paranormal field. A lot of people may think, oh, you guys are nice, blah, blah, blah. But we have to separate now. If we go with a team, we separate, because you're always going to have those doubters, right? But the evidence that she was just talking about, we're with other people. We're not by ourselves anymore. We do investigate, yes. We get a gift, if someone say, hey, you come out to state prison, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely, we're going to do it. But at the same time, I just want you to please understand and please see it. I'm being honest with you that, when we get good evidence, it's not just we always have to separate. We always have cameras or something on us, and not in a weird way. We all have cameras on us, but I'm just saying that when we get good stuff, it's not always that, it's only when they're together. Well, George must be whispering, or Cara's going to act like a man and say whatever as a man. I don't know. But no, that's it. No, and I'm not trying to, I'm just, this is, you've given me a stage today, and Cara, to just speak and just to enjoy the show that you guys are absolutely kicking ass at. And at the same time, you've given us a stage to, maybe somebody needs to hear something that they never thought of, or like, whatever. We're just like everybody else. We're totally equal. We have different ideas of doing stuff now, from blindfolding each other, not in a bedroom. Come on, but when we paranormal investigate, it takes away one of your senses.
It does.
You think, it does, because as you agree, because all these senses that we have, if you take one away, one of them is going to be more. It's going to be more pronounced. It's going to be more bigger. So we do different things.
We do this a lot with what's called the Estes method.
Yes.
With the noise cancelling headphones, the blindfold, just see what happens. It's amazing what can come through.
And try this. And again, I feel like when I say that, I don't want people to take me the wrong way. Cara came up with this. It was her idea. It works 100%. So I'm going to give her the credit. After we saw Ghost Hunters, everybody watched Ghost Hunters. They did the body cams. You have two hands now. The body cams clip to you. You could do more stuff. That young lady down there, Miss Wife, is she came out there. Let's clip the body cam on her back, because most of the time things happen to us when you turn your back on a spirit. And Cara said something earlier. Who's to say? Nobody has the right answers. It's all about opinions. And my opinion is this: why is it that we always get touched from the back? Well, maybe because once our back is turned, whatever it may be, they reach out because watch this one. Think about this one. They're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to get your attention. What if we can't control how much we touch something when we're dead and gone? What if they're just trying to grab us, but they can't control the force of it? They can't control it. And so they're like, and you end up getting scratched. You end up getting burned or branded, whatever I use. So when Cara came up with that idea, try that idea, because I do believe if you do get something behind you, get scratched, you'll never be doubted again if you catch something on your camera. And that, my friend, is something I need to do. Don't get mad. Wait. Drop the mic.
And it makes sense, though, because how many times when we're on investigations or at locations do we turn around and go, what was that noise?
I've always got my back turned.
Come from behind us.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just an idea. It's just an idea.
Yeah.
Look at Cara and I, like I said, I can't stress enough. We're just like everybody else. You're just like us. We all wear a black shirt. We all go on an investigation. We have fun. We get scared. I scream. I run. Cara says, what kind of paranormal investigator are you? And I say, I'm a scared paranormal investigator. I'm out of here.
It's just an adrenaline rush as well, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Especially when things happen. That's another reason we love it as well. Just to test your
manhood. No, I guess so. Hey, look, Cara's been. She loves scary movies. Now I watch them because now I know they're just Hollywood stuff. But I couldn't sit there for an hour and watch a scary flick. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, it's just about what, things change in life. And Cara's always been the one. Let's watch scary movies, and I'd say no. Let's watch E.T. Come on, man. I want to watch. Let's do this. But right now, Cara's safe in her room. I mean, it sounds so am I, but she's in her Reiki room. That's her room. That's her peace room, where it's a Reiki room, and it's where we go to meditate. It's where we go to, if the world is nasty, like we're all dealing with the COVID situation out here. We just got back into the old thing. We have to wear a mask again. So I hope that everybody, if you don't believe in it, it's okay. It's your opinion. That's fine with me. Is one of the things that discourages us, other than people getting sick, of course, when you're a paranormal investigator, locations are going to be shutting down again. I hope not, because we dealt with that for over a year, and Cara and I were very depressed. I mean, I was investigating the toilet. I'll say,
well,
anybody in there, you know?
Actually, we were lucky enough to go to a hotel near us. They actually were shut down for COVID, and they allowed us to come in and investigate.
Yeah.
We were the only 2 people in the entire hotel.
It was great.
It was great. We had some things happen. That's when George screamed like a girl and ripped off all of his equipment and said he wanted to go home. I said, "What kind of investigator are you? We're staying."
I've seen, like I said, man, I've seen Scooby-Doo many times, and I know what happens. It's always a guy. It's always a guy with the hat on. He gets jacked up. So, you know, no, I know that I talk a lot. I know that, you know, Cara, she talks a lot now, which is awesome, because I love it. I love the way she communicates. She feels confident enough. She used to be a real quiet young lady. Now she's outspoken like me, which is
you rubbed off on me.
It's awesome, because it's awesome. I love it. I love seeing her just go to town, and I couldn't ask for a better person in life to hang out with, for sure.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right, we're going back to the Nevada State Prison. We're going to put that picture up.
Oh yeah.
Just to show everyone how awesome this is.
It is. It really is. And this is the same location what happened to Cara. I mean, it's just it's phenomenal. Now go ahead and show it. I'll shut up.
Okay.
I'll bring it up for you. Right.
There we go.
Bear with.
Bear with us.
Bear with.
I love that. Bear with. I'm gonna start doing it. Cara, man, be out the dishwasher. Bear with. That's so cute.
So here.
Yes. So there, if you can hear me, and Cara, jump in if you want to say, "Shut up, George." I won't take it rude. If you can see the mist. Now there's a mist down there. One of the laws or whatever the things that you don't do is just take one picture. There's other pictures too, guys. We take 3 to 5, and that's our.
We didn't take this picture, but
no, we didn't take this picture. This was somebody else. Susan Bernard took this picture. It's a great picture, but what's really cool, you can see the mist. Now, the other pictures didn't show any mist, but this has a mist that was forming, and what's really cool is that orb. Now, I'm not look it. I'm going to say it now, and I'm not a huge orb fan, okay? Because orbs can be anything from somebody passing gas to a spider web. But I'm just saying, like, hey, you don't know. I mean, let's be honest. It's energy coming out of the rear end. Okay, so that's funny. But that's an orb right there, I think. I do believe I will say that's an orb. And what gave to me validation is the fact that it's in the middle of I think a mist. Something was forming, and that's the same area location. That's Cara right there doing her magic, and I'm doing mine. She's probably yelling at me and saying, "Why? What kind of paranormal investigator are you?" And I'm like, you know. So that's a great shot. That's this Nevada State Prison, and they're only getting more evidence out there. I mean, they've gotten shadow figures. They've gotten a bunch of stuff. I mean, I'm making sure.
Well, in this very same location, like where George is standing in that picture, Susan was standing there, and they were taking a video, and a black like hand reached out around her. She has that video on the Nevada State Prison Paranormal Facebook page. Yeah. But yeah, you see like a hand kind of reach out around her. It's a crazy video, but she was standing in the exact same spot that George is standing in that picture.
It's very cool. And that, you know, I don't know what we're doing there. What do we do? Are we doing EVPs or something like that?
No, I think we were using her ghost box.
Oh, okay. Ghost box. That'll work. Yeah.
So when you first sent that picture across to me, the first thing I saw was the mist. Before I even seen the orb.
Exactly.
And to have two in the same picture is absolutely incredible.
It is. And a lot of, you know, again, it's an amazing picture. It's a great catch. Now, you know, there's always going to be opinionated people, and so am I. I'm so opinionated. But if it was just the orb by itself, I'd say, well, again, it could be this, it could be that. I don't know. Give me another picture, please. Did it move? Did it blah, blah, blah. But when you get a mist that's involved with that, you got to just think, okay, look, not everything's paranormal. Please, everybody, not everything's paranormal. But I do believe my opinion is that is paranormal. That's my opinion. And that's what makes it. Go ahead.
Yeah, when things stand out as well, and you can you look at things and go, okay, maybe that is a bug, or maybe that's that. But when it stands out so visibly, like that one does,
yes, it makes it not. And if you notice, you guys, Cara has a situation. She doesn't put the shoes on the right feet. She actually has her shoes on the right feet. Look at that. Good job, baby.
Really?
No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. But that's again George having fun. It's just I'm having fun. But it's a great. I think it's a really good catch. It's awesome. It's a really good catch, and it just makes and just so we all, I don't feel a lot. There is some negativity at that prison. Absolutely, a lot of things have happened at that prison. But again, I do believe. Again, my opinion is because Cara and I are such decent people that we attract the good, we don't attract the bad, and it's just again that's just. I don't know, man.
I mean, this is my opinion. I believe what you put out is what you're going to attract. It's the simple law of attraction. If you're putting out the negative energy, negative vibes, that's exactly what's going to be drawn to you. Right. If you're putting out positive vibes, positive energy, that's what's going to be drawn to you. Yep. So if you ever, I've noticed this with certain people where, they're always saying that, all this, there's demons at this investigation and, or bad things happened. They're always kind of have that negative vibe to them.
It's true.
And I'm not saying that there aren't demons or negative entities, but they're not as not as many as people want you to believe. But I believe someone who's gonna let me finish.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So if someone says there's a demon somewhere, most likely it's a negative entity, but I look at it this way. They're probably just a frustrated spirit. Right. If you're trying to get, as a living person, if you're trying to get someone's attention and they're ignoring you or they're not hearing you, they're not seeing you, what are you going to do? You're going to get angry. You're going to throw stuff. You're going to push something. So I believe that most things that people say are demons really aren't. They're just frustrated spirits that are trying to get attention.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
I agree.
Go ahead, George.
I agree with you. No, I agree.
What? You agree with me?
I totally agree with you. And we talk about paranormal around the house a lot. This is our thing. It's our hobby. We love it. I know people like the word hobby, but guys, it's just like, what are you gonna do Saturday night? Oh, John's going bowling. Where are you guys going, Cara? We're going investigating. Whatever it may be. It's a hobby. That's it. But she's absolutely right. What she said is it makes so much sense to me when she says this, when I hear it from her voice, because it's like let's say somebody you work with is exactly, God, that guy's a jerk, man. I didn't want to eat lunch with this guy's I don't like him. It's the same thing with paranormal. I'm more afraid of the living because I don't want to see something come at me. Living people are, I hate to say it, I'm gonna say it. People are more evil, I feel, the living than the other side of the veil. Definitely. And that's just my opinion. I think people that are stuck or spirits that are stuck in a location, they're stuck. They're sad. Yeah. They're not going to always be angry. They might be a little angry. I don't know. I'm sometimes angry. I'm not always Mr. Positivity. I have anger too, but I hit the reset button. And the only way they're going to be able to hit the reset button with paranormal or the spirits itself is when you bring when people that have good-hearted and they go into investigation, it's an opportunity for that spirit to maybe feel good, hit the reset button, and that spirit will be good from now on. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I have hope that, that when we leave here that, when they say, George, are you here? Yes. Don't eat my sprinkled donut. Cara, and it'll be Cara.
We'll have an angry George.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't want an angry George.
No. And
It's
then
all right. I'll put some sprinkled donuts in your casket with you. You'll be fine.
Oh shit! That's awesome, man. That's awesome. But everybody knows, that talk to us, where they know George has a huge love for sprinkled donuts. I love sprinkled donuts, man. I love it. I'm a dipper.
So would you say that was up there with the most incredible evidence you've ever caught?
No, we've gotten some great.
No.
I mean, Cara. I mean, Cara's always been. She always carries the camera and stuff like that, or whatever it may be. I don't want to say carry, but we got some great stuff. I mean, we really have. I mean, COVID put us down, a lot of us down for a whole year, no investigating. We did a couple of things. No, we got some great evidence. I mean, to be honest, we had to delete a lot of it, if not all of it, because again, this is before we grew up, or whatever the word may be, where we got a ton of evidence. Oh my God, this is sensational. We're like, yeah. And the next thing you know, you have Santa Claus saying, well, that's fake. Or you have the Easter Bunny saying, you guys rigged that. We deleted everything.
Going through a video that was taken of you saying you threw a rock when something got thrown.
Well,
that happened after Ghost Adventures came out. So
Yep,
all the
it
hate
sucks, man.
So it's like we just thought, we're like, you know what, that's it. We're just like deleting everything. And then so now I was like, crap, I wish we went and deleted all that, because we had some really good stuff. But
well,
we've grown thick skin. So I think one really cool piece of evidence that we got was at the Union Hotel. So this is the hotel we had the opportunity to investigate during the pandemic. It was just the two of us at the hotel, and
just the two of us.
George is dancing.
Well, no, this is the first time we went, so it wasn't just, there were people downstairs, but this was the first time we were using our body cams.
Yeah.
And we actually caught on my body cam, we caught what looks like a woman, her head with her dark hair, just kind of skimmed down the very bottom corner of my camera.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Yeah, and if you blinked your eye, you would miss it. But we slowed it down and blew it up, and you could see it looks like a woman's head with long hair.
Yeah.
And then that same investigation was it that? No, that was the first time. And then the second time we went, this is when it was just the two of us, and
just the two of us.
There's something about the elevator, because the first time we were there, George got an EVP of a woman in the elevator. And then the second time we were there, we were going to go down to the first floor, and we got down to the first floor and everything was locked up. So we turned around and we were going to get back in the elevator, and all of a sudden George screamed like a girl.
I do not scream.
I was laughing so hard. He was ripping off his equipment and everything. And I was actually, I had my
phone
right now, filming, and we actually caught, you could see something black, because we slowed it down. You could see something black go through or come out of him, out of the elevator when he screamed. So and then so I calmed him down after that, and then we decided to do an EVP session in front of the elevator. So we were on the second floor, and there's only 3 floors of this hotel. We were on the second floor, and the elevator was at the very top, because we were the only 2 in there. And the last time we used it, we went all the way to the top. So it was up on the 3rd floor. We're on the 2nd floor, sitting in front of the elevator doors, doing the EVP session. And George had asked, if you're, can you turn on the elevator for us?
Who was there? Who was there? Who was there?
It was just you and I.
No, what? No, you're supposed to say it was the 2 of us. It's the 2
okay, whatever. So then we started doing, so then we listened back, didn't hear anything. We started doing another EVP session, and all of a sudden the elevator turns on.
Yeah, that was scary.
And it was on the top floor, and we jumped up. I went one way, he went the other way, and we're peeking around the corner waiting, because we thought people were in the hotel, and we were the only 2.
Time out. You just said something that's so awesome. We both went separate ways, but we went 100 miles an hour. We ran.
We did because we thought because we knew we were the only two people in the hotel, so we thought, oh my God, someone came in the hotel. So we thought it was going to be people.
No.
And we're peeking around the corner, and the elevator door is not opening. It was stuck up on the 3rd floor, just running, and it did that for about 15 minutes. And so we went upstairs. And
Crying.
went upstairs, and about 5 minutes later we hear the elevator doors open.
Yeah, we did.
And nobody comes out. So
but we were hiding behind this corner. Great story. but no, we're like, picture yourself in a hallway and you're peeking around the corner with one eye. You're just like, I'm like, Cara, and she's like, I'm like, babe, I want to go home, man. I get scared. I get startled.
And I said, what kind of investigator are you? We're staying.
I want to go home, man.
How many times have you had to say that, Cara?
Right, a lot.
Just the one. Just the one time.
Thanks,
but I texted the hotel manager and I said, do you have any trouble with your elevator?
Yeah.
And she said, no. She's like, the only thing that happens is sometimes it doesn't go all the way up to the floor. There's just like a little, but nothing, it's never turned on by itself.
No.
So
it's just, it's so awesome is we got scared. We ran. I'm not, you know what? I don't care what everybody you see on Paranormal Investigator, everybody tries to be the warrior, and I'm not afraid of dying and blah, blah, blah. Oh, hell no. We were, like she said, that elevator did, it went on. We both looked at each other because we were sitting by the elevator door doing EVPs because we got a woman's, again, it's always a woman's voice. We got a woman's voice, which is good. And all of a sudden we heard the thing turn on and we looked at each other. I picked up my gear. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ran and I didn't care about my wife. I left her. I'm saying,
he did.
No, I said, take her. Take her. And, I'm not going to lie to you. It is what it is. But you know what? We had a blast. It was freaking scary as I get scared and I don't care. And you know what? It was fun. Maybe it's not being scared. You get startled and you think of that movie. Yeah. It's all about movies. You think someone's going to open that door. The elevator's going to open up. And it's going to be something that's like so disgusting, like a two-day-old donut that's just like,
we didn't think it was going to be, a ghost. We thought it was like actual living people. No, we thought it was actually living people that got into the hotel.
Let's let the truth be known.
No,
I was scared.
Okay, yeah, you were scared because we thought it was people there. Because we were the only two there.
We could have died. We could have died.
We didn't.
No, we didn't. But
didn't.
But then again, it was nice to see my wife scared than scared. It was great because she's always playing this. I'm not scared. And and she's behind the door, and we're both just like, and when the door opened up, we're like, oh, how do we get? And we're like, how are we gonna get out of here? How do we leave? And I was scared. I get in tears because I'm like, it is what it is, man. But it's a good feeling to get scared. I'm not gonna. It is fun to get scared because you look back like today, and you laugh about it, and you laugh and you laugh and you laugh, and it doesn't matter what you are, man or woman, 5'5" or 6 foot tall. We all get scared, and it's the best feeling in the world to get scared because it just means you're still alive.
Oh, yeah. And then you want more straight after.
Exactly. So
I remember a time we did a prison. Was it Portsmouth Prison? Down in the basement area.
Yeah. Table tipping. Yeah.
We were table tipping.
Oh, we've done table tipping.
Tell us.
It took us from one room to another room, and in a small room just off the end of the end room, there was a massive metal safe with a really heavy door. Wow. So we were merrily traveling with this table. Yeah. We got to the middle room, and all of a sudden, we heard the door slam, the metal safe door.
Did you run?
I screamed.
The thing is, I was left there with the table on my own,
and it was still going.
It literally span round on its own, and it flew out of my hand.
That is so amazing.
I was in shock. I didn't really know what to believe because at that point, I wasn't really a big believer in table tipping.
I get it,
but I am now 100%.
We did it for the very first time. Cara was going to interject, and I read her mind. We did it too. We done it once. It freaked the shit out of me. It freaked me out. But I didn't do the table tipping because
I thought it was amazing.
It was for her, it was. But I didn't want to be there because, again, this is right after Ghost Adventures, I think, and I don't mean keep on bringing that stuff up. But I don't want people. Well, George,
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Before?
No. It was before.
Well, then I look like a liar. So let's pretend it was right after Ghost Adventures. No, but I didn't do it because it freaked me out. And who we got to work with that night was Cara. Did me a favor. It's not about not dropping names. Cara gave me it was a birthday gift for me. Elizabeth Saint was there. And we did an investigation with Elizabeth Saint at this hotel, and she's the one what came up with the idea. I've never heard of table tipping. It was from the 1700s, and it's how they communicate. Just like the Ouija board, it's just another way of communicating. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I didn't do it. It freaked the hell out of me because you hear it creaking, and you're just like, what the hell is going on?
It was cool.
Freaky.
We had about 6 people around the table, and
it was crazy.
We had so people were filming our hands, they were filming our feet, so like nobody was touching anything. We barely were touching the table, and it would slide, it would twist, so we would hear the creaking of the table. It would it would tip, and it was pretty amazing. We actually, so this was a little event that we put on, and there was a person there that was not a believer in the paranormal at all. And after that table tipping session, he left that next day a belieber. But he's now at the local hospital strapped up like this. He's like, oh no.
It's always good to have a non-believer, isn't it, with
Absolutely.
you?
Yeah. But that was an amazing experience.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. But table tipping is just another. Just so you know, Donna, how you do? What is table tipping? Please, somebody go for it. But we don't see any questions, guys. So I just want you to know we're not being rude.
Yeah,
okay.
no.
We're not being. We just don't see you guys. Sorry.
So, table tipping basically is like if there's a group of you, you'll have like a portable table. Ideally, you would have your fingertips on the edge of the table, and you just basically ask the spirits that are around to communicate using that table to see if they can move that table onto one leg, twist it, walk it. So it's just another way of communicating with the spirit.
And
you can also use it as a yes and a no as well, can you? For tip it left, tip it right, kind of thing.
The only thing I suggest is I would use a very light. The lighter the table, the better. We've tried it with the dining room. We tried it with an antique dining room table here at our house. I'm sorry, it's probably 100 pounds. Okay, I can't move it, and a spirit's going to need a lot of energy to move it. So find the lightest, a little small round table, and something that they supposedly that they can move. And if you go ahead, babe. Sorry.
If you go on YouTube and look up table tipping, there are some pretty crazy videos on there of people table tipping.
Yeah. Sorry, I swore. That's $50.
Go ahead.
I have a potty mouth, and especially when I'm investigating or something goes wrong, it's the old.
It slips out.
It just
we all do it.
It's just sorry about that, man. Shoot.
There is another question came in. What's the best place? What's the best place you have been to?
Cara, I guess best place for myself, I'll make it real sweet, is we're in love with the Nevada State Prison right now. We've been to a lot of places, and first it was probably the Kennedy Mines Amador Courthouse and Jail in Jackson, California that we did. Again, that's all I have on my resume, Ghost Adventure, so don't take it wrong. That was a great location. I apologize. Don't take me wrong. I'm not a douchebag. But now it's now for myself, it's the Nevada State Prison. It has everything you possibly want and need and crave to be a paranormal investigator. Okay, watch this, Cara. Your turn. Go for it.
I agree right now. Well, right now, Nevada State Prison. But I think the Union Hotel was a really great place with that whole. We had other things happening besides the whole elevator thing. What else? I mean, the Amador County Courthouse and Jail. That was was a great one. But there's a lot. But right now, I think the Nevada State Prison is.
It's
phenomenal. By far, it's
where was that location that you did the live from? That had the September the 11th.
Which one?
Had a brick, didn't it, outside? Big stone block.
Oh, the stone
from one of the twin towers.
Oh, yes.
that was in Utah.
Yeah.
That was
Utah.
at
Okay.
Great
what
call.
was that? Fort something.
We were just there in Utah.
Yeah.
On an event they invited us to. We went up there about a little over a month ago.
Mhm.
And oh my gosh, you're absolutely great. See, that's a great location.
You could feel the emotions from that
definitely,
video.
definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you for setting me straight, because you put me in check, because you're absolutely right. I forgot about that. And it's not because we don't care. I forgot. And that was absolutely I'm not gonna fake cry or anything like that, but it was very emotional.
Yeah.
It was very, very emotional to know that piece of was there, and how many absolutely 100%. God, way to bring that up, David, because that's just wow. Good knowledge, man. Good knowledge.
Yeah. We follow you all the time. We know exactly what you're up to.
Well,
we're not stalking.
No. I really forgot. But we were there for 3 days. We got to. I don't know if you just watched Ghost Adventures about 2-3 weeks ago. They were just at what's it called, Cara?
The Benson Grist Mill.
No, not this. That we did that, but
the Great Saltaire.
The Saltaire show. They just had Ghost Adventures was just there. Or just on TV, I should say. We didn't get to investigate that, but it was amazing. It was just amazing. That area has so much to offer for paranormal investigating, but where you guys are from, I mean, don't get me wrong, you could take it the way you want. I would switch spot. If I could go in a time machine right now or something, I would come to you guys and you can come here, because I think that I would like to swap right now, because what you guys have is just amazing. I mean, I just feel that you guys are blessed. And if you feel like that you're not lucky enough and you get bored of the locations you're at, man, don't, please. You're very, very lucky to have what you guys have.
We have got a lot of really old buildings and places.
Yeah. We'll never get bored of going back to the same place. We go back time and time again.
Shepton Prison, we've been there. I can't even count the amount of times we've been there.
We've been there in 3 years. We've probably been there about 100 times.
Week in, week out.
Week in, week out. We just cannot get bored. And every time we go, we take pictures. Even though we've got the same pictures, we take more and more and more pictures. Just for the love of the place. We absolutely, like you with Nevada, it just means something to us. You get like attached to a building.
Yes.
You shouldn't on a prison. I'm guessing a lot of people would think you're mad, but a lot of people want out of a prison, not in. But we're the other way around. We like to go in it.
That was weird. Just all of a sudden my phone just like just shut down.
I was like, I was trying to use the powers that God has given me. Okay. I said, Cara talks too much. Get her out of here.
It was weird. StreamYard just shut down. That was bizarre.
Oh, they're trying to tell you something. They're just trying to tell you something. But Donna has a question. Have you ever been to the Stanley Hotel in Colorado? This is a really awesome place. My sister and I had some crazy things happen. Also, the other place,
Myrtle's Plantation? We have not been to either one of those locations.
I wish we have. I mean, again, you guys, it's how do I say it the right way? We don't have a money tree, and we all work for a living. And we just got invited to go someplace in the next 4 or 5 days, and I don't know,
Rhode Island.
It takes money.
For us, it's double the cost because there's 2 of us. So it's
And I've tried to I ran out of duct tape. I thought, you know what? I got invited to go here. Cara wants to go too. Wait a second, I got this. I was gonna duct tape her to the toilet. I was gonna say, Cara, I'll be back in 3 days. You're sick. Just relax. I left you some water. But no, it's double the cost, y'all. It is. It's again, you guys. It's a very, very expensive hobby. It is very expensive. And go ahead. Sorry.
As I say, in places, especially here, like the amount to hire these places out, they cost a fortune. Not even affordable.
It's and that's why that brings us to this. Is why Cara and I, when we get bored, we'll go down to the local gas station and we'll investigate the boys' room and find out if there are any spirits here. But that's just me trying to be funny. But no, it's it's a field. In the last 10 years has gotten just crazy on how much everything costs to do. And from a piece of equipment to a location. And, when it comes to equipment, I mean, Karen and we've downsized from a closet full of stuff with bells and whistles, lights that light up, and blah blah blah, to a handheld recorder.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Our phone.
Our phone. It's just simple stuff, because you know what? There's one thing that people, I want to make sure I say this correctly, is I think we're all born with abilities. I do believe every single one of us has an ability. It's kind of like with Cara. I sure this happened to Cara. Before she met lovely me at one time or another, she went out with this one guy, and this guy was a total douchebag. And she goes, "Oh man, I should have listened to my gut." That's an ability. Your gut is your main ability. And when you listen to your gut, it's just go with your gut feeling. And that's an ability. We all own it. It's just a matter if we listen to it. So that's my opinion on that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, it never lets me down. So especially when you see people, like you said earlier, when you touched on when you look at people and that, certain people you just think, no. Right away. Like I can see you two right now, there's just David, let's go check them out. They're nice people. But then you're always gonna, like you said, you just know, you just feel it, and if we can end it on this one in the next few minutes, I do apologize, because no, it's fine. You carry on. There's no limit. So
my thing is this: if you don't believe in paranormal unity, and I understand, please don't take this wrong. What you're witnessing today, right this second, it's not the size of your circle. I'm not talking about 2,000 people getting along, because it's not going to happen. I'm talking about this right here. There's 4 of us right now. Now, Cara is my boss for sure. So, but what I'm trying to say is, in a very serious note, guys, if you don't believe in para unity, do me a favor. Just small your circle, and that's it. And you'll find that if you have 4 people, what you see right here getting along, technically that's paranormal unity. That's called unity, whatever you want to call it. It's not the size of your circle. You're not going to always get along. So, that's what I'm trying to say. We believe in para unity. People give us like, oh, it doesn't exist. Well, then guess what? I just called you that you are a liar, because guess what? This is paranormal unity for 1 full hour so far, and everybody's just respecting one another, having a good time.
Well, exactly. And as adults, even if we don't agree or have the same beliefs, we can still get along and support each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
it's good to listen to different people's opinions, different people's perspective on the paranormal.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we all do things differently. We've all got our different individual ways that we like to communicate with spirits. And
exactly. Go ahead.
We learn something from everybody we investigate, whether it's something we want to try or maybe something that we don't want to do. But we learn something from everybody regardless, because we're always going to be students.
Wow.
That's exactly what I was going to say. We're all doing the same thing, and we all learn from each other.
Yes.
And that, again, to interject with you two ladies, it's absolutely true. If you go to, as people, we're adults, we're 30, 20s, 50, 199. I don't know what y'all are, but you know what? You go into it and you walk away with, like Cara said, hey, I want to try that. I want to give that a shot. And that's what that'll always keep us equal in the paranormal field. There's absolutely nobody better than anybody. I'm so tired of that. It doesn't matter if you have a TV show or you don't have a TV show. It's not about that anymore, y'all. I mean, anymore. That sounded really bad. No, it's not about that. It's just about going having fun with the people you choose to have fun with. And I hope you do get scared. I hope you do piss your pants. I don't care, but it'll give you something to laugh about years later or the next day. Like, oh my God, David, you tinkled your pants last night. I don't mean it. And I'm not trying to. I'm just being funny. And I don't mean it rude at all. It's just, again, I can go back full circle, man. I just want people to have fun in this field, and just remember just have freaking fun, man. Don't worry about
donuts.
Yes. and if you need and if you want Cara and I to come in, no, this is gonna sound really bad. If you enjoy Cara and I today, if you want us to come out, we don't ask for much. A dozen sprinkled donuts, vitamin D milk, coffee. That's it. That's all I want. That's it. We're there.
Well, we can do that.
Yeah. That's all we need.
When you come in.
Yeah, all right. That's all we want, man. I know that sounds really. I'm just trying to be funny. There's again, I try to bring humor into everything.
You've got to have humor.
You got to have humor, man. It's a great energy. It's boom, boom, boom. And you know what? When you guys, I don't know what time it is there for us. It's a little afternoon, but
8.
8. Almost.
I hope when we get going here, and I know we got to get on with our day, and I do apologize. Please don't be mad at us.
That's absolutely fine.
I hope that you guys, when you get done here, say, you know what? God, George and Cara are so nice. That's it.
We always think that.
That's it.
Awesome.
You're both awesome. And, you know, the amount of people that follow you, you are a true inspiration to everyone.
Well, I appreciate Cara, did you hear that? People like me. Did you hear that? People like me, man. No, I appreciate that. No, it's like I said, I talk a lot. I know I do. But I always feel that I have something to share with somebody. I've been through hell and back in my life. My life is awesome. I have a great family. Don't get me wrong. As soon as I say that, I'll get a message. George, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. But I just get to a point where I just want people to understand why I am who I am every single day. And when you meet me in person, you're going to see the exact same person that you meet. That's who I am. I love life. And I will say this, and I'll shut the hell up, is I'm a paranormal investigator. Shut up, Cara. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm a paranormal investigator that is not just existing. I'm living. And that's the mistake that people are doing these days. They just want to exist in life. Do me a favor. Go live. Go try something different. If you don't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, go try it. You may like it. And when I'm trying, just shut your mouth. No. But, you know, that's, I know I lose people because I don't know when to shut up. Just do me a favor. Every single one of you that's listened to us or whatever, from Cara to me to you, everybody, do me a favor. You know you're doing it. Don't just exist, please. Represent yourself. Live your life. And if you don't get along with somebody, don't engage. Don't engage. Just cut the ties, move on, and enjoy your time that you have here on this planet. That is it.
Well, and it doesn't matter if it's a Facebook acquaintance or a family member. If they are causing negativity and you want to separate yourselves, do it. I've done it. I felt a lot better.
Wait a second. Are you saying that's why you're back there today in the back bedroom?
Exactly.
Because you separated yourself?
I cut you off. No.
That's what I'm talking about.
For your own peace of mind and your own sanity, you need to do what's best for you, and just don't worry about what the other person thinks. You know, you need to do what's best for yourself. So
and it's gotten. I know we can go back and forth on positivity. I could talk to them till tonight. You guys will be bedtime. I guess that's the only thing I'm very, very disappointed in the paranormal field and in life. Right now, we're all divided. Right, we're all divided with the COVID or whatever we got going on. My thing is this: the paranormal field should be a place that we can all go and have fun, because it is real. Don't get me wrong. It's real. Yeah. But it's a place that we can go and have fun and forget about the world for just maybe 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7 hours. And then you go back home. It's about paying your bills, going to work, doing the dishes, Cara, doing the dishwasher, Cara, cooking me dinner, Cara, stuff like that. But, that's all I'm saying, guys. And I hope that we entertained you today. I hope that you take something back with you today, that, that maybe that you were just existing. And I know it's strong for me. You were just existing for the last 2 weeks, 6 months, 2 years. You need to live. You need to live, because I'm telling you guys, man, I know I'm going to preach this part because I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. I'm telling you right now, it's the worst feeling in the world. And I'm not trying to use the cancer card. I'm just saying, guys, you know what? You don't know how happy and blessed you are to be healthy. You don't understand it until you because we all take, what's that word? We all take it for granted.
Take it for granted, don't we?
Everything for granted.
Every day we live. It could be cut short just like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I hope,
make the most of every day.
Exactly. So that, I know it sounds really, you have to be like this in the paranormal field or in life. And you have to be, and I don't mean it to be, I'm not trying to say the right thing. I'm just trying to let you guys know that, everybody out there from A to Z, just remember that we're all equal. We all bleed. We all smile. We all cry. We all hurt. We all have bills. We all have real reality. We all have a wife or a spouse that maybe you just argued with. It happens. And what you look at that is speed bumps in your life. Those are speed bumps. And when you know something's about to happen to you, go around the speed bump. Don't go over it. Go around it, because you've already witnessed that speed bump before. You don't want to argue. You don't want this. You don't want that. Go around the speed bump and you'll be just fine. That, my friend, is exactly what I want you guys to take away from me today. All right, please. That's it.
100%.
Best advice anyone could give.
Yes.
There you go. I apologize for talking a lot, Cara. And
Do not
No,
apologize.
you don't. You're not
that's why
sorry, George.
we love you guys. Honestly, it's great.
And we love you guys too. And the word love is not a dirty word, you guys. Love your
Mhm.
brothers and sisters, love everything you have.
Exactly.
And okay, so I will shut up. Thank you for having Cara and myself on today. We are
You are more than
absolute
welcome.
pleasure, George, as always.
We'll come
Yes.
back and I'll try to duct tape Cara to the toilet, and it'll just be me. It'll just be me. So I'll be like, Cara, where are you at, baby? I'm over here. Oh, too bad. Oh, she's on the toilet, guys. She's not feeling so good.
Hey, maybe they'd rather just have me than you. Maybe
That is
I'll
a
duct
fact.
tape.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
That is
so
that is true. You are much good looking than my ass. So there you go. All right. Hey, you know what? Seriously, I do apologize. I'm not looking for an exit, but I know that we
No.
got to
You've
take
got
care
a
of some
busy
shit.
day ahead.
Yeah.
I do.
We'll let you go.
he's
Let's do
got
this-
chores to do.
I do. Let's do this again though, because
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we
Please.
need to. We need
Let's
to
do
do
this
this more
again.
often.
I would love that. We have some stuff coming up. We could talk about it. We go back to the state prison this weekend, coming up, and but
Okay.
please, and maybe we can interview you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be good.
Let's flip it. We'll flip it.
I'm up for that.
Sounds a plan.
All right, guys. All right, we're out. man.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you very much,
Perfect.
both of
All
you.
right,
Thank you for your time.
you.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely, you guys. Thank you again. Seriously, thank you for this platform. We were able to touch someone's life today. I hope.
Brilliant.
100%.
Great
Bye,
job.
guys. All right, guys.
Perfect.
Take care,
Thank
guys.
you very much, both.
Good night,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 God, those people are so nice. I'm glad we're not live now. Those guys are
Right, guys.
Right, everyone. Thank you very much again, as always, for joining us. It's
Those
been
two
a
are
really,
brilliant.
really great chat tonight. Thoroughly enjoyed. So full of positivity and
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're two
they-
amazing people.
what can we say?
Can't
They
say
are
any more.
amazing.
They're just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Coming up with, as you guys know, we are part of Keep Paranormal. We are team members. So we do have a few events coming up. 28th of August, we have Guy's Cliff. And we have quite a few more coming up. We've got Shrewsbury Prison, Tudor World,
Edinburgh Vaults,
and the Village in Mansfield this
Village.
year. So don't forget to head over to keepinsidetheparanormal.co.uk and grab your tickets. They are selling out fast, so yeah, don't miss out.
It'll be fun. Come on investigation with us.
Yes, it'd be amazing. And we will be back again. We won't be here in 2 weeks because we will be on an event which is Guy's Cliff. So hopefully, no, we won't. Sorry, we'll be at the Fleece.
Yes.
But yeah, so hopefully 28th, we got Guy's Cliff, so we'll be back on the 29th. So we'll see you then. Thank you for
very
joining
much.
us.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Take care.